Huge congrats on this sequel. I mean, the first one just really hit a chord with audiences. I think it was the most watched Apple feature of all time.
Crazy.
What did it mean to you to have that reception, and what did you want to bring from that into this second film?
Yeah, I think it's incredibly exciting. You really never know what to expect when you make any project. Like, it's obviously always something that you're passionate about and you love and you want people to feel the same way about it, but that's not always how it goes. So to have something release and for people to get excited about it and appreciate it is just cool, because you get to feel excited with everyone. And getting the call that there was going to be a second one was unbelievably exciting. To get the opportunity to come back and work with some of my favorite people is the coolest job, and I'm so lucky.
What do you think it was about the first one that really, connected with people? I think it's probably this combination of the action, the comedy, the chemistry between the characters, and I guess underneath all this sort of hijinks, there's also a lot of heart to it.
Yeah, I think there's something for everyone, in watching this movie. I think there's so many characters in this movie that anybody can relate to. There's obviously there's the whole family, and now there's the newcomers. So it's like, if you love action, you love comedy, you love anybody who's in the movie, then it's perfect for you to watch.
And I guess this time around, it's kind of the Morgans, but maybe a bit older, a bit wiser, possibly even slightly more chaotic. What do you how would you kind of summarize it?
Yeah. I think it's extra chaotic because in the first one, we don't know about it, so we're all sort of, we don't know about Dan's past, so we get to just sort of be along for the ride. I think it's even crazier that this entire family knows about this now, and now we're all involved in this crazy European crime thing. I think it's even crazier that the parents know, now everyone knows, and we're still all involved in this insanity.
And for you, Reda, coming on board as Omar, I mean, you're a very sort of 2025 boyfriend.
Yeah.
Had you seen the first film even before you got the call up? And what were you most excited about joining this family?
No, when I got the audition, I hadn't seen the first film. I had seen it all over the buses. Of course, in London, you saw the family plan posters everywhere. For me, it was the jumping. The jumping, for me, all the parkour stuff, that was the most exciting thing. I was reading the script going, on a roof in Paris. Oh, nice. That'd be cool to film. And of course, with acting, you never know. You're doing many, many auditions. I did 5 auditions, and then when I got the call for it, I was like, okay, cool. I'm actually going to go to Paris as well and film, which is amazing. It's a pleasure to be able to travel for work, especially to such a beautiful location as that.
And did you have to do quite a lot of physical prep for that grand reveal?
Yeah.
You have to be totally ripped.
Yeah. I mean, I got to give credit to the people around me. I had 2 PTs, I had a nutritionist, I had a chef making meals 4 days a week for me, and I was getting trained in parkour, stunts and boxing at the same time. So as you can imagine, a lot of, maybe 5-6 people kind of helping me. So yeah, I had 5 weeks to do that. So all through the Christmas holidays, all through New Year's, and then we shot that scene on the first week of January. So yeah.
What was it like coming back to play Nina? I mean, obviously she's in London now, she's grown up a bit, she's kind of into her environmental activism, she's become more independent. Yeah. So what was quite fun for you to play in that respect?
Yeah, I think it's not all the time that you get to play a character that you get to revisit again, because most of the time you wrap something up and that's sort of it, and you move on to completely different characters. So to get to come back and kind of grow up with her, I think was really, really cool. And I think she had a really big transition from the first one to the second one. She's moved out, not just out of the house, but literally to another country, has a new boyfriend, is really coming into her own, figuring out what she wants to do. And so it was really fun. It was fun to get to explore, and bring my own change in between the first movie and the second, and bring that kind of into the character, as well as, what David, our amazing writer, kind of did with her as well. It was really, really cool.
And what about Kyle? Where do we find him this time around?
Well, it's kind of an opposite thing. Like, Nina has such a dramatic change in her character, and I feel like Kyle, it's a very natural and kind of almost obvious progression for him. Because with the gaming, obviously he's into this computer world, and so he progresses into the computer science and the hacking part, and so it's we find Kyle, becoming an adult and coming into his own, and he's starting to butt heads with his dad, as every teenager does. Yeah. And so that's we sort of find him in this very natural place, but still a few years later.
Michelle and Mark, I mean, they're two actors that I've just always loved their work kind of independently. And then they're just electric together. What is it like kind of having them on set and seeing them feed off each other's energy in that way?
Oh my gosh, it's the best. They're like the sweetest people. They're so professional. They're so amazing. Watching them work is just like a master class every day while working with them. But they just have such great chemistry together as well. Like, I feel like they don't feel so different from their characters, how they act in real life. They are just like the cutest people ever. I'm like, this is like, they would be the best parents ever. This is like, I feel like I have like the healthiest, best like life as a kid having parents that are like that. So it's great. They're the best.
Yeah.
And for you coming on board, because I guess you were kind of new to the family dynamic, but I guess was it just easy for you to slot in, and particularly working with Michelle and Mark, what was that like for you?
Yeah, welcome. I mean, like you said, I mean, they're both actors that I grew up watching. So for me to kind of be opposite them, and you know, I've got some great scenes with mainly Mark as well because of the parkour stuff. It was kind of surreal. I was like, oh yeah, I used to watch you in this. I used to watch you in that. So, but yeah, to slot into the family, that was the easiest thing about the job. Everyone was so lovely. And I think that's what's so nice about it, seeing actors at that level, being veterans in the industry, you know, including Kit as well, being so lovely and sweet and being very open and just kind of like not giving advice in like a you know, I know more than you way, but in like a very like paternal, maternal kind of way. They really, I think, took us under their wing.
I think what's also confusing about it is they haven't really aged. So
No.
they've grown up watching it.
Yeah, right?
They're still kind of top of their game, if not even better.
It doesn't make sense to me at all. Even from the first movie to the second one, I'm like, okay, so you guys look exactly the same. Awesome.
If they sell a serum, I'll buy it.
Yeah, right?
They know something we don't, I swear.
And Kit Harington, I mean, I remember when he did that latest season of Industry, he was saying after sort of Game of Thrones, he was just kind of really enjoying leaning into this villainous side. And he is just so great in this. Because how brilliant was he, having him on set as this character?
He's amazing. I mean, unfortunately for me, and I think I might speak for all of us, we didn't actually get to do many scenes with him properly. Like
The parents do a great job of protecting us from him, so we actually didn't get to work with him all that often.
Yeah, well, I was like, oh no, I actually do. I want to get shouted at by Kit Harington. Right? I think that'd be amazing. You know, again, he's so good at playing that. He's someone that like most of us have watched for years and years, or at least even if you haven't seen him and stuff, you kind of know of him. So yeah, to kind of see him do that, I think it's nice as well. I think people are going to hopefully be like surprised in this film, but also like what they've got in store for them is an amazing actor that knows how to actually play a villainous character properly.
And he's such a sweetheart in real life.
Yeah,
he's so nice. He's so sweet.
He's so good at playing a villain that people are like we kind of love him actually, even though he's like kind of a bad guy. He's just so good at being a likable villain, especially in this movie. I feel like you really feel bad for him throughout the whole thing, even though he's trying to kill all of us.
It's like, well, maybe he's justified. I don't know.
He was just a sad little kid out in the cold. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Of course he's evil.
Yeah.
I feel for him.
And obviously, you know, they've really taken the action kind of up a notch, and all these incredible locations you're in Paris, in London. Did you have a favourite scene, and all the physical comedy that's there as well as the stunts?
My favorite scene is pretty obvious. It's got to be the car with going down the stairs. That was awesome. That was so cool to film because, well, a lot of it like on like in the streets of Montmartre was like that was real, and they had the pod on top of the car, so I wasn't actually driving. But once we were going down the stairs. And actually, a stunt team actually did that, but we were in the car. We were up on this like hydraulic rig with these like screens behind us for the lighting and all that. And so we were up in this tiny little car, and Simon, our director, would yell, "Turn left now!" And I would turn the steering wheel. It was a free spinning steering wheel. And then there was a guy on the ground with a literal joystick, and he would move it to the left, and the car would like shoot to the left. And so that was awesome to be a part of that, because it's such like a you think of like a movie in Hollywood, and you go to like a studio tour, and it's like, yeah, they do that, and then you actually experiencing it for real. It's like, whoa, okay, this is big. We're making something here. Mm-hmm.
And I guess, you know, obviously underneath all the sort of action and the comedy, there is this incredible kind of message, particularly with the sort of Christmas theme.
Yeah.
Of it just doesn't matter where we are, as long as we're all together. So isn't that kind of a nice takeaway for audiences, as well as all the kind of action and thrill ride?
Yeah, definitely. I think a nice takeaway is if you see this family that is experiencing these insanely ridiculous scenarios and they still find a way to come together and enjoy, being on a trash boat going past the Eiffel Tower and it's like, oh, this is such a sweet little Christmas, then surely you can enjoy your Christmas at home with your family too. It's okay that you have to be around your cousin or uncle that is annoying, but it's not as bad as them trying to kill you.
Definitely. Well, I'm out of time, but thank you so much for sharing all that with me. Huge congrats on this movie,
Thank
and
you.
I can't wait for everyone else to see it. Probably, all cuddled up on Boxing Day with a load of chocolates.
Yeah.